Hey everybody, it's Dive Girl Dab. Oh boy, today's a gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, lovely. I'm wearing junky clothes, but I'm also got my old riding pants on, which means it's a work day. I'm so thrilled that I feel good enough to work. I don't know how long I'm gonna last, but I'll go out there and putter until I need a break, and I'll come in and have a break and do whatever therapies I need, and then I'll go out and putter some more. And today is Saturday, which doesn't matter because every day is a Saturday in my life. All right, so I don't have any dental pain because my dentist has got me all tuned up, and I got some fencing boards I bought from a fellow on Facebook Marketplace at about $5 a piece in a market that's over $7.50 a piece. So I did pretty good. When I told him like I have cash to buy 85 boards, how do you feel about that? And he's like, I'll do that. And then he ended up offering free delivery because he was in the neighborhood. I love it, man. I just love it when people deliver for me on Facebook Marketplace. It makes my life so much easier. Thank you, folks. All right, so today I'm working on the project list, right? And of course, the project list is for the big move, which is where we're going to move everything around and get the sailboat in her final place. And so, phase one, fencing, that's today. 2, build a gate, cut the roof back, clean the fireplace hard. They did. Working on the wood stove, I am. Birch tree, questionable. Wood stove into the sill, that's happening soon. Bug in to the garage and spin it around, that's happening soon. And then I'm going to start moving the ski boat and the camper and the sailboat. Oh my. So while the big move might take the average single person, like if I had Deb who was 30 years old, how long would it take 30-year-old Deb to do this? Well, it might be a week at most. I mean, to build some fence, build a gate, and shuffle vehicles around, that's not too terrible. I was pretty active, so not too long. But now that I'm 62 years old, 62, that's a lot of numbers. Anyway, and I'm recovering from like 2 years of a shit show with varicella outbreak and basically like 6 months of shingles, totally outbreak, and I've just been exhausted. But now that I'm on L-lysine high doses, it is kind of providing birth control for viruses that can't replicate, and they die out and you get your body back, and I'm starting to count back. But I got to rebuild muscle and kind of putter and do a little at a time. But I am working on the big move. Now it is so beautiful out that Eddie's kitty door is open, and of course you can see all the moss here. I need a power wash out in this area, but this is a critter heat lamp right there that's warming him, and he's blocked off on the sides with a big cushion underneath, and that's a little warming station, and I'm glad to see you're using it. I usually see George in there because she wants to go outside at like 3 in the morning and hunt ratties, and I'm going to go sleep, so I made her a hot box. But I have his fence closed off here and the kitty door open, so he can come in when he wants to. He's just deciding that this is pretty cool because he's got fresh air and he can hear everything, and he can go out there and play. You can come in and get warm. Oh, buddy. No, he's like, no, I'm liking being out here, Mom. It's chilly, but I'm digging it. It's about 55. Yeah, that's what my weather station says. Outside is about 55 and about 35% humidity. And it's sunny with, of course, about 69 inside. But yeah, today is the 2nd, or February 3rd of 24. But it's about 55 out, but it feels warmer. All right, so let's walk out and see the projects. Notice the garage is very clean because I did wash it out, and I have some screws here to screw this together. So I'm having trouble with this because this pipe is actually a little bigger and the flange here, and I came in and the wire brush and I'll clean it all up. But I think there's a converter in there that's a little smaller and missing. So that's in the works. But recently what I've been working on is took these two moving dollies, and they were set up underneath a fish tank stand, and they had 2x4s between them. These two guys right here leaning up, but they were cut to be the right length for the fish tank stand, but not 8 feet, a little less. So I went out to my wood pile and I had some of these 2x6s, and they're the full 8 foot long. And what I want to do, of course, is to block up the car on the hubs, which there's one here, and then there's a hub there, and that's 8 feet between them. Or I can come here, which is a swing arm, that little spot right there, and I can put a jack stand there, which is actually where the car is supported from right now. So if we go to that swing arm, we can do 7 feet to the hub up front, and that's likely what I'm going to do, because I've only got 8 feet at the end of the day. So I'm gonna, the front, I'm pretty sure is not gonna move around. So what I'll do is I'll take these long boards here, these two, and I'll screw those down in all the corners together. And then I will put one of these vertical boards on. And then the other one I'm probably just gonna screw down and get it ready to go. I'm gonna put some like little 2x4 cleats around the outside of these so that they can't shift and move. But yeah, I'm going to find a way to secure those in place so they can't move. And then essentially what I have is the whole thing is just a big skate, right? You know, because I got 16 wheels under it. And, you know, these movie dollies, they're kind of lightweight. But the thing is, Volkswagen Bug doesn't weigh anything. It's not even a ton vehicle. It comes in dry weight at just about 1,660 pounds, which is nothing at the end of the day. And I don't have tires and rims on this. There's no fuel, there's no oil in it, kind of stuff. So a lot of that's not here. But I think I'm gonna be fine, because we're just gonna move the car a little ways in the garage. And I just want to use it to be able to like move the body around in the garage, because maybe if I want to work on it, I pull the truck out and I push the body into both sides of the garage, and then I want it to go this way where I have all the space, right? So maybe I want to do painting or something to be able to do that. But I do need to lift the body off eventually, which is going to probably get attached to the garage ceiling. And then the chassis will drop down because I've got a new floor pan to put in. And that's what this piece of metal is right here. It's a brand new floor pan for the Bug. And it's on the passenger side because you can see down through the roadway right now. And my dad had a old, I think it was a 1940s Dodge 5-ton or 10-ton, I forget, Dodge truck. Big flatbed, and it had big 3-foot gates around the outside and dualies on the back. And when we go get hay for the horses, you had to be careful where you step because you could see through the floorboard. It was worse than my Bug. And he never fixed it. He didn't even put a board in for us. I mean, talk about not taking care of us. Anyway, so the Bug is going to go in here, and it'll go underneath where she's at right now. I'm going to tie her off to the front of the truck and spin it around and then jack it back into place here. And she'll come and end up about right there where that line is. So I've got to get everything clear out, which I pretty much do. The stove's going to come in, and then this is going to get moved in another direction. But I really have room now. It's going to sneak in right next to the Honda motorcycle, so that'll be there. And then I'll put my little cart in between that I use for groceries and that. But yeah, if I want a bigger walkway on one side to get in and out, I could push the car over. So to have it on wheels just seems like really smart right now. And I got a killer deal on these jack stands. They're 2 tons a piece, which is 5 times more than we need. It was $50 for 4, free delivery. I mean, what a deal. Perfect for what I'm going to do here. Be nice and consistent, ready for the car. And yeah, I'm excited because this is going to be like the real beginning of working on the bug while I'm working on the sailboat. All right, so today I got my tool bag out. I just power washed the roof, so I'm gonna go put some moss out granules on there. And here's these lovely boards that got delivered. These are the 8-foot cedar boards that I picked up from that guy that was kind enough to deliver. He was a nice guy. And then I had to go see a friend out in the country. And on the way home, I stopped by Lowe's. These are some 10-foot 2x4 pressure treated, and those are for rails. Let me show you where those go. But I did take my little basket out and I put all my tools in here because it's kind of handy to have something to just carry things around. And then this is one of my favorite tricks, is throw a magnet in there, because you're gonna catch loose tools and screws and things, and if you pulled like a junky nail out and you don't have a nail pouch, which I do, to put it in, then you could throw it on the magnet and at least it won't end up in someone's tire, right? But a little magnet like that is pretty cool. So we're gonna go out and see what I'm working on. Well, and only because today is a work day, it's time to crack on. Cheers, mate. No doubt that this is part of the, I don't know, historical essential element of fence building is to have a beer. Yeah, man. All right, so what we have here is my Lance camper. See the big over cab truck camper, the big Lance camper, which is gonna end up where the sailboat is now. And because it's out front, people will be able to come look at it and buy it and take it away. And then right here is my ski boat. Her name is Hydrotherapy, because I spent all summer laying around in the sun and swimming in this boat with my friends. And I would drive them around on the tube and try to sling them off. And so I named her Hydrotherapy because it was the best thing I needed right then after my back surgery, was some hydrotherapy. Still a big fan. So this boat is going to end up in the driveway, which means that she's for sale. And then people can come up and look at her and decide to take her home too, which is great. Okay, so you see, this is a 19-foot ski boat, so the garage is about 20 feet, so you got 20 feet there, and then the camper is about 19 feet overall, but we have a queen-size bed overlay, but the floor, I know, is more than 11 and a half feet, and then there's a couple of feet between us, and so I can get 30 feet in here, right? I've calculated it. I have just a little bit extra. And the new gate post is set out a little further. And the new gate will be built out further, and then it'll have a little man door between the house there. So that'll give us about 3 feet on that side. So I think we've got enough space. But gotta clear out these old vehicles to get in the new. So what I did is, because we didn't have any fencing, I was working with a neighbor trying to keep her chickens in and other critters, so I took some sheet metal and put up, and basically what I'm going to be doing is fencing down to this area today. We could go further because I've got 80 something boards here. So I'm going to take down these metal panels as I need to. Now I have already installed new posts that are set in concrete, and most of the rails are already up. And then what I'm going to do here today, of course, is just unscrew these and start building at that corner. And you can see this skinny board right here next to my post. So that's the new 8-foot boards that will go and attach into the post. And then I needed these 10-footers for this stretch right here, because it's about 9.5 feet from this post to that big one, and that's because I pushed that out further. So an 8-footer just wasn't gonna work. And when you know it, of all the times when you're building fence, that your fence structure's in the shop. So sadly I had to go buy 3 2x4 pressure treated 10 feet long in order to do this. No fence structure. Like, people just don't return your tools, right? So today I will be cutting some blocks here, and we're screwing these in with stainless steel. They are sloped about 5% down that way to help shed some water. And then once I get these 3 boards in, I can set my top rail appropriately, and I'm gonna have to put 3 rails in, and then I can start fencing this off and get it closed up, which I am really excited to do. I don't like this being open, and so to finally have materials here is cool. The neighbor's been great. She's been writing checks and helping me with the finances. She works a lot, so I said, let me do the work, because really the posts are in, we just got to put the boards up. It's not too bad. All right, so this is like introduction to the day. Now I do need to run up on the roof and sprinkle some moss out up there, but I'm going to do it when I'm a little more tired, because right now I think I want to build a fence. All right, so here's the before, and I think before the end of the day's out, I'm going to have a lot of these boards up. I don't know, I might just get some of the framing done in that. I've got to get the compressor out and use my nailer, so we'll see how temperamental that's going to be. But yeah, here we go. Get everything together. And I'll pull these panels off, and then I will get those 3 new 2x4s up there seated, and then I'll be ready to strip off these other 2, which is good because I can use those in other places. But they were keeping her chickens out of my yard, which was good. All right, cool. So I'm excited. All right, guys, this is like part 1 of fencing today. I'll do another one this afternoon for you, but I'm not going to do a time lapse or anything because I just don't want to, like, I don't know. Do I want to do that? Do you want to see that, really? I don't know. Not so much. All right, guys, building fence, part of the big move that's coming up in order to bring the sailboat right here on the side yard with a new fence and a new gate, good security, good protection from the weather and the sun and the wind, and I'll get her all leveled up. I'm going to take the tires off and store in the garage where they're safe and protected, and then it'll be time to start laying out the boat once she's square and level, which she hasn't been. So I'm excited for that. But this is part of the move, is to move these guys out, get this base prepared, and bring the sailboat in. I'm so excited. So this summer, this spring and summer, I should be in there working on the boat because I feel good enough. If not, I'll be working on the camper and the ski boat to say goodbye and get me some money so I can go buy me some Ray Marine electronics. Now we're talking. And really, I want a windlass. I really need a windlass because I'm too freaking old to be out there hauling that anchor up by hand. All right, guys, I love you. Bye-bye.